But after this insert that you're going to be watching, because it brought so much excitement to people around the country, talking about the Multichoice Diski Challenge, Asidlali. It was launched during the week, and we're going to bring somebody else on the magic couch who's going to be in charge in a big way. She started off, let me not spoil the story. Check this out.
If football development were a person, it would probably be the sporting newsmaker of the last few years in South Africa. A lack thereof has been hailed as the reason for the capitulation of the once proud Bafana Bafana. But a new initiative is hoping to turn that tide. It's called the Multichoice Diski Challenge.
We are very proud and very excited to partner the PSL in helping them build a program for the PSL Reserve League.
Mr. Minister, today I want to give my hand and say we have heard you, that you don't want to be a bunch of losers. Sport, by definition, requires energy, efficiencies, and competitiveness. There is no doubt that our minister has brought high energy. He recognizes that we have to be efficient given the limited resources. He is ultra-competitive. This initiative will fulfill all the three factors above. It will surely go down as one of the minister's favorite projects and testimony that we are building towards the winning nation is so desired.
I think this is quite magnificent in terms of the goals we have set for ourselves of sports plan in South Africa. Dr. Khoza and your team and the PSL and Multichoice, what a visionary decision. And I think we embrace it with both hands.
From the 13th of September, all 16 PSL teams will be compelled to field the country's best under-19 talent. The competition will limit to 3 the number of players above the age of 20 teams will be allowed to use in this league. With the tournament set to run for at least the next 3 years, top-flight sides must spot and develop and, crucially through the Diski Challenge, expose young talent to a tough and grueling competition.
Yeah, I think it's a great innovation. It's good for South African football. So now you've got the under-19 and you've also got the varsity football. So any 18, 17, 18-year-old all the way through to 21, 22 has got a platform to showcase their ability and their skills. So I, for one, am very pleased that eventually we have something like that off the ground. And yes, looking forward to seeing all the talent that's available to us.
I think it's a fantastic venture and great initiative by Multichoice. And I know MTS is very passionate about youth, and so am I, and I think that's the future. So all good, and let's get this thing going.
It will go a long, long way towards strengthening football in South Africa and ultimately strengthening our national team that so much needs strengthening in the long run.
The tournament will comprise a round robin, with the eventual winner being pitted against one of the giants from the German Bundesliga. Away from the field, the Diski Challenge will do more than pay lip service to corporate social investment. It will provide life skill training to the players. The broadcast of the games will also provide an opportunity for young students to train on the job in the rigors of sports broadcasting. A total of 43 internships will be up for grabs. The 13th of September marks liftoff for the competition, so get ready for the Diski Challenge. Football development is back on the map.
Welcome and thank you for this investment. It's an investment in the proper direction.
All right, you must remember, it is hashtag Asidlali. That's what it is. Now, the exciting thing about it, and it, you know what, when people achieve, when people have a goal, when people are driven and motivated and they want to do well, then you've got to acknowledge them. And that's why they come through and they sit on the magic couch as well. Because the next lady we're about to introduce to you came through almost 7 years ago through the doors of SuperSport. She had a dream and an ambition. She started off at the bottom. Now she is, I'm not going to repeat the words, but Nonontlale, good to see you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're now a producer, you're a director at SuperSport. Let's backtrack a little bit to that journey. What made you come through to Randburg and say, my dreams lie in that building?
2007, I came to SuperSport after I had applied for an internship, and they accepted me. And I thought, wow, this is my big break in the industry. I'm going to walk in here. I always wanted to be a producer. I'm just going to be a producer. They're going to see potential in me. I'm going to be the next star. Little did I know. I got here and they said, right, you want to be the television industry. Awesome. Let's go with the cables. You cable bash. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I'm here to be the star. What don't you understand? They're like, no, that's where we all start. So that's how the journey began. Yeah, and it was very difficult at the beginning because I don't think I had anticipated the difficulty that came with that beginning. You know, for the first 3 years I was in Joburg, I was like, why did I waste my time studying? This is not what I wanted to do. Little did I know that there was light at the end of the tunnel.
Sure. And there she is now. I mean, if you watch the likes of Back Pages, she's right there. If you watch the World Cup as well, the magazine shows were produced by her. And that's a journey that began by pulling cables.
True.
And just that experience of the World Cup itself. Talk me through that.
Oh, the World Cup 2014, by far the highlight of my career so far. We had so many guests. We had FanFest, which was crazy. We had guests in studio. We had AKA, we had Nandi, we had Sizwe, we had Bonang. It was crazy. We had all the kids in studio. We had so much fun, eh? We had so much fun, yeah.
Sure. And obviously, part of the reason why we're talking to you now is also the fact that now with this Multichoice Diski Challenge, you'll be the director there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a major step. It's a new initiative. It's a new baby, and that baby now falls directly in your lap.
Robert, this is the highlight by far. I'm so honored to be part of this project. I'm so honored that management entrusted me with this project. For me, it's an opportunity not just to step up, but also to empower other people, to empower other young women who are passionate about the television industry, who want to make their mark in the television industry. It's an opportunity for PAs to grow, for producers to grow, for directors to grow, not just the players, but behind the scenes, because there's a lot of work that goes into putting together a show. For me, this is an opportunity not just to empower myself, but to empower other women, especially women, because there's this notion that the television industry is male-dominated. We don't want to play in that space. It's about time we as women step up in that space and own it. Yeah.
Like you owning it.
I'm owning it. This
like
is
you
mine.
owning it.
Yeah.
No, Fele is owning it. Remember that name. I mean, I called her from day one, no.
Yeah.
Because all she does is the reverse. Yes. So, respect to her. You were down in Durban. You were part of the production of what she was directing. And that's the Under-19 tournament. Obviously, it had the likes of Feyenoord that come through. Santos were there. You know, South Africa's 2 teams were also there being represented. I mean, talk me through that experience and just maybe the role that she played as well.
Yeah, no, firstly, allow me to congratulate her on the new role that she's just been appointed to. I think it's just the beginning of great things to come for her. But then coming back to the issues that we went to Durban with the Elan Durban Under-19 International Tournament, which had South Africa Under-19 and the Durban Academy, plus other teams from Brazil. You had Santos, you had Feyenoord from Holland, who were also participating in this tournament. And I think that's when I got to realize how great she was in terms of her role that she played. And I think also for me, it was just an opportunity to also learn. And I think with the great innovation that has come through now, allow me also to just say to the group CEO, Mr. Ampias Patel, for a great innovation. And I think it's an investment in itself. We've always touched on the issue of development, and I think this is just the best thing that has come through. At some stage today, I actually realized that I wish I was 19 to actually have had the opportunity to participate in this tournament, because what it's going to do, it's actually going to create a lot of opportunity for players who are coming through from their academies or their respective teams' development and are not yet ready to make it into the first team. This league is going to give them an opportunity to showcase their talent, and at the same time prepare them for professional football. And I think it could not have came better than the opportunity that they're getting now.
All right, and with that though, because the journey will start off pretty shortly, because this Multichoice Diski Challenge gets underway pretty soon. In fact, we're going to maybe have a look at some of the teams as well that are going to be taking part, because it's all about the 16 teams that are there in the Premier Soccer League. Now, they're almost, I won't say forced, but they're going to show us what they have as far as junior representation. Now, Group A, you got Kaizer Chiefs, the likes of Swallow, SuperSport United, University of Pretoria, Bloem Celtic, the rest of what you can see there on your screen, including the newly promoted Chippa United, who do come through nicely in Group B. So at this stage, it's almost that format, which then ultimately goes into a quarterfinal, a semi-final of home and away, etc., then leading up to the final. I mean, great format.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get started. Can we start next week?
So you're prepared, though? I mean, you're almost ready.
Yes, we've picked our team that we're going to be traveling with, and 50% of which are women, so I'm looking forward to that.
Wow.
We will have a woman producer. I'll obviously be directing. We'll also have a woman presenting. So, yeah, I'm very excited about that.
I mean, it's a wonderful project as well. And don't forget, when it comes to the under-19s, it's also an opportunity for the players to go forward and win. And when they win, they will be going overseas to play against two top Bundesliga teams. They'll go there to the KNVB as well to go and experience that in Holland, in the Netherlands. They'll get a trophy, they'll get gold medals, they'll get all sorts of things as well. But from a production side, from everybody on TNL, we want to wish you everything of the best. It's in good hands, this whole aircraft.
Yes, it is. We will make the best out of this Multichoice Diski challenge.
Ndosi omkhulu. Siyabonga. Soqhubeka nohlelo-ke akayindawo uShoti. A lot of comments that have been going on Twitter. There have been also comments about Nono, that and more after the break.
Within each of us lies a hidden treasure, a dream waiting to take flight. What if there was a spark that set light to the slow-burning flame of our dreams? A guiding hand that makes the impossible seem possible? What if someone shared in our dreams and provided us with the opportunity and necessary skills to fulfill them? At Multichoice, we believe in dreams. That's why we've established the Multichoice Diski Challenge to help develop the future stars of South African football and broadcasting. Multichoice also provides life skills training, which helps to deal with the challenges after the final whistle has blown. The Multichoice Diski Challenge, developing the stars of tomorrow today. Multichoice, enriching lives.